Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, all. We'll wait for 5 more minutes so that everyone will get joined. Then I'll introduce myself. Okay? Till that time, we'll wait. Okay? For 5 more minutes. We'll wait for 1 more minute. Then we'll start our session. Okay? 6:05. We'll start at 6:05. Okay? By that time, I'll give my introduction. Okay? Like my name is Syed Kausar Jahan, and I'm working as a Java developer. Okay. So we're having the demo session on core Java. Okay. The complete a brief introduction about what is meant by Java and who introduced, why introduced, and why only Java, why not the others programming language, why it is so much boom. Everything we are going to discuss now. Okay. Okay. We'll start now. And the communication between you and me is through the chat. Okay. If you want to ask any question, if you want to say something, anything, just ping me in the chat. I'll see the message and I'll get back to you. Okay. Yeah. Ramya, good evening. Thank you. Okay. Shall we start? Just ping me yes or no in the chat. Yes. Thank you, Ati. Okay, let's open the PPTs. Excuse me. Share the screen, open this. Okay, everyone able to see my screen? Just please respond me in chat if you are able to see my screen so that I can able to know you are able to see. Is it visible? Yes, yes. Thank you for confirming. So let us start now today's session. Okay. My timings will be 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Okay, duration will be the 4 weeks. Okay, the first 5 sessions will be the free sessions. After that, only the paid students will get the link. Okay, the first 5 sessions will be the free. Means from this Monday to Friday, you'll have the free sessions. After that, from the next Monday onwards, you'll get only the paid students will get the link for the continuous session. Okay. So first, what is the today agenda means? Means like what we are going to cover in today's topic, like about the what is meant by this core Java, why we are calling it as core Java, what's the need, and everything we are going to discuss. First, before this agenda, I'll give a brief introduction about this core Java one. Means you are able to know what is meant by core Java. Means like why we are calling it as core Java. Actually, the technical terminology for core Java is Java 2 Standard Edition. Okay, Java 2 Standard Edition. But for suppose in your college or in any institute, if you go and see that I want to learn Java 2 Standard Edition course, then it won't be much sense. Like we won't have much clarity on that. Like, what is this? Is it a new course or like that? We'll have some confusion, right? Like in order to easily understand to the persons or like in any colleges or to if for suppose if we say that anyone like yeah I'm learning this core Java course means yeah means core Java means it is like a basic Java thing you are going to learn. So for easily understanding to the students or to any persons, it has been using as a core Java, but the technical terminology means in the technicals and microsystems, it is to call it as Java 2 Standard Edition. Okay. So now you all know why we are calling this core Java. There is no such word called core Java in Java. Okay, it's a Java 2 Standard Edition. But for our understanding, for our purpose, we are calling it as core Java. Okay. Now, what is today agenda means? First, we'll learn what is this Java actually, and then where this Java is going to be used, and then what are the futures of this Java. Futures means what? The main for every person, they'll have some individual future, means their individual strength or their individual something would be their specialty in every person, right? The same way, what are the main features of this Java because of this, which it became very highly populated. Okay, that we are going to discuss. And then how many types of this Java are there? Okay, and then a very small one-line Java program I'm going to explain you in this. Okay, and then after writing that code or any Java program, how we are going to compiling it and running that. Okay. And then what are the concepts of OOPS? Java means you all will know that, yeah, Java means it is having the OOPS concept. So what are those OOPS concepts? The briefly I am going to discuss. Anyhow, in depth we are going to discuss in the coming sessions because the core Java will includes all these ones, right? So we are in depth, we will discuss it further sessions. Okay. And next, what are the advanced for in any terminology or any programming language, anything, definitely if anything is there means, for example, think of a human only, like we'll do the mistakes and we will rectify it. Means we'll have the good and bad in any person. The same way, Java is also having the advantages also and some disadvantages also. Those also I'm going to explain. Okay. These disadvantages are less when compared to advantages. That's the reason why it is highly recommended and populated programming language. Okay. Now, let us start with the Java thing. What is this Java? Java means what? It is an object-oriented programming language. Java means it is an object-oriented programming language, as well as platform. Means we can see it as object-oriented programming language or object-oriented programming platform. First, what is this object-oriented? Object-oriented means what? It is this programming language completely based on the objects. Means if anything should work in any Java program, means it's definitely based on these objects only. Okay. So that's the reason why we are calling this Java as a object-oriented programming language or platform. Okay. This is the first thing why we are calling this Java as a object-oriented programming language. Okay. And Java was developed by a team led by name called James Gosling. Okay. Who is that person? James Gosling is the person who developed this Java as the programming language initially. Okay. At Sun Microsystem in 1991. Means where he developed this at Sun Microsystem. It is a company. Okay. So in which year? 1991. Who developed this? James Gosling. Okay. James Gosling developed the Java at Sun Microsystem in 1991. Okay. And it is the first programming language which provides the concept of writing program that can be executed using the web. Means earlier this, before this Java was invented, there is no such programming language where they can write and execute the code on the web. But with the help of this, means in this Java, we are going to write the programs and we are going to execute that on the web. Okay. This is means what? A Java. A brief introduction. Means why we are calling it as OOPS and who developed this and when he developed and what is the first benefit of this Java programming language. Okay. And next, where this Java is used. Where this Java is used. According to Sun, Sun means what? Sun Microsystem is a company. Okay. According to Sun Microsystem, 3 billion devices are running this Java. See, 3 billion devices. It's that to this details are I think it's like so many years ago that now it has been increased more. Okay. Earlier only it was like 3 billion devices were running this Java. Okay. And in which sectors or like which type of applications they are using this Java as their programming language, means that we are going to discuss this now. Okay. The main devices that Java used currently are, means which types of devices are using this Java as their programming languages, mean desktop applications. Okay. Desktop applications, web applications, enterprise applications, mobile applications, embedded applications, and games. Okay. These can now see your application. Are you able to see my screen, right? There is nothing because I get prompted something. Okay. The main devices what that currently Java is using is this desktop applications. First, desktop applications means what? Normally we'll have desktops, right? Right, like in any desktop, like in any laptop, we'll have desktop and we are going to use the applications in our desktop like Adobe Reader, Media Player, Antivirus. These are the some examples which I'm going to tell you about this desktop applications. Adobe Reader means you all know, right? Like, we can able to open any PDF file, and we can able to write, edit any PDF file, everything that we can do any operation on the PDF is with the help of this Adobe Reader. Media player, in order to play some music in our system or any laptop, we are going to use this media player. That media player is also developed with the help of this Java. By using this Java programming language, they have developed this media player and Adobe Reader as their desktop applications. And antiviruses. Normally in any system or any laptop, definitely it should have the antiviruses. So those antiviruses also developed using the help of Java. Okay. These are the some basic examples I am explaining you now about this desktop applications which they are using this Java as their backend programming language. Okay. And the second thing, web applications. Web applications means the word here represents web, means on the browser. Okay. We can able to run any application on the browser on the web. Okay. For example, irctc.com, Java Tea Point. You all know, right? irctc.com means what? Where we can able to book our train tickets to travel from one place to another place. So that application is also, it's a very central government application actually, irctc, right? That also been developed with the help of this Java only, because it is using Java as their backend programming language. Okay, because of its, see, it is a very big application, right? irctc, so many crores of people is trying to hit that application, and payment will also included in this. Means definitely if something is related to money na, then it should definitely a very secure. See, this central department application irctc has been developed with the help of this Java. Okay, and Java Tea Point. Java Tea Point means what? It is a tutorial website. Tutorial means what? Normally you all know, I think W3 schools, and then tutorials point, like the same way. This Java Tea Point is also a online tutorial platform where we can able to learn any type of courses or anything. Okay, so and some more examples are there which we can able to run or used Java as their backend programming language to develop their application. Okay, and next, enterprise application. Enterprise application means what? Enterprise means a big application, means it deals with so many sectors. Okay, for example, banking application, business application. See, those are very highly secured, and so many customers will try to hit those applications. See, for example, for take our scenario in day-to-day life, how many will open the Amazon daily, to purchase or anything? So it is a very big application and a business application. Okay. So in order to develop those business applications and banking applications, they are using this Java as their backend programming language. Mobile applications. Like for example, we're having some mobile applications like a WPS Office where we can able to open any Word or PDF, anything. Okay, that is supported. WPS Office is supported to only mobile editions. Okay, such types of some mobile editions has also be developed using this Java as their backend programming language. Embedded application means which is integrated with the physical part, like for example in a mobile, you can say that like any application which you are using on the mobile, it deals with the physical part and the software application also to run that. Okay, and any games, like we don't know, like so many games are there. So some of the games are also be developed using this Java as their backend programming language. Okay. And what are the features of Java? Features means I already told you, right? On what basis it is becoming highly popular, very boom nowadays in the market. Okay. These are the features. With this only, Java is becoming highly populated, and it is like normally Java we used to call it as no evergreen, means so many programming languages, so many platforms will develop, but it is having its own future. No one can defeat this. Okay. Java is simple. The first feature is Java is simple. Simple means what? We can able to write the Java program very simply. Like there is no much complication if you are familiar with any Java. Okay. Java is very simple, means any user can understand the code while they see the file. Okay. And Java is object oriented. Object, I already told you, right? Java is completely an object oriented. It depends on the objects. And Java is distributed. Distributed means what? Like for example, normally what's the main feature of this Java, like if you run any Java code in one system, for example, in Windows, I have written the code in Windows and I have executed that file and I'll receive the .class file. Now, if I take the .class file from the Windows system and I move that to the Mac, okay, or Linux, any system, then normally it won't work. But as Java is having the feature called distributed, we can able to run the class types of one class type to the another class. Though we are using the Windows, though we developed the dash class file in the Windows system, we can able to run that in Linux system also. Okay, this is the way why we are saying it is distributed and robust. Because of the future called security, it is very high robust programming language. Okay. And Java is interpreted and compiled. Interpreted means it will execute the code line by line. Okay. It will execute the code line by line and compile the code also line by line. Okay. And Java is highly secure programming language. If it is not that much secure, then that IRCTC or any banking application could not have used that. Because banking applications means it should be secure, right? So definitely Java is highly secure programming language. Java is portable. Portable means I told you, right? We can able to transfer the .class file from one OS to another OS. Means we are porting, means we are changing from one location to another location. And Java is multi-threaded. Multi-threaded means what? We can have one single resource can be shared with the multiple threads without any CPU utilization. Okay. So these are the main features of Java. On this only it is becoming mostly highly populated. One thing nowadays in the recession also, if you check like the openings, Java is having a very good openings, because see, when come to this, for example, take a comparison with the Python. Python is still developing programming language, but Java is developed. And you can have a one question also, means like what the Java currently you are using is like full-fledged. No, I can't say that also, because still revised means that just on the basics of these features only, they are enhancing, they are not adding any new features. But this in this Python, they are completely developing, it's in still developing stage, but Java is developed. So that too, this is the reason why Java is highly demanded till now also. And the openings is also highly demanded for this Java. Okay. Now the types of Java. How many types of Java are there? 3 types. Those are Java 2 Standard Edition, Java 2 Enterprise Edition, Java 2 Mobile Edition. These 3 are the types of Java which they are going to distinguish based on their priority. Okay, based on their ability, I can say. Okay. First, we'll discuss about this Java 2 Standard Edition. And I think we have used this word Java to standard edition in the starting of the session. Why we have used this? For which word we are using this as a technical terminology? Can you please ping me in the chat? For which word we are using this? Anyone? Can you please ping me? Why we are, for which word we'll use this Java to standard edition? At the starting of the session, I have explained you. Standard. No. I used one word. In the replacement of that, we'll use the technical terminology of for which we are using this Java to standard edition. For which technical terminology we are using this? I'll give one hint. Yeah, good. Core Java. Yes. Normally, the Java 2 standard edition, that is the one, the technical terminology for this core Java. Core Java, we are saying that word because of our understanding. It is not a technical terminological word. Okay. So the actual technical word for this core Java is Java 2 standard edition. Okay. And why we are using this Java 2 standard edition? It is used for developing standalone applications. Okay, in order to develop the standalone applications. Standalone applications means what? Desktop applications. Okay, it is like a fix. We are not changing from one place to another place. We are just putting that in one system. Okay, like Adobe Reader and Media Player. These are some examples for this standalone application. And next, Enterprise Edition, Java 2 Enterprise Edition. We are using this Enterprise Edition for developing the enterprise application like banking application, business application, etc. In these things, we are going to use this Java 2 Enterprise Edition features. Means what we are using the features of these types. Means these standard editions will have some features. So these features, on these features, which types of applications we can develop? Standalone. And this enterprise means it is some advanced than the standard. It is like a standard edition means one means. Enterprise editions means what? It is like a third. Means it is having the features of standard edition and some additional features will also be included in this enterprise edition along with the standard edition. Okay, in order to develop the banking and business application. And next, mobile edition. Mobile edition is why we are using that. It is using to develop the mobile applications like games. Okay, these are the types of Java which we define in the Java. Okay. Okay. Now, a small Java program I'm going to explain you. Okay. First, I'll try to. No need of. Oh, this. One line code is enough. See, this is public class hello world. This is the way how we are writing our Java program. Okay. First, any Java program should have the class name. Okay. It will start with the class name, public class hello world. Okay. And now, public static void main. It is a main method. You all know, I think in the C++ and C that will have the main method. The program will start the execution from the main method only, right? So here also the same way, the program will start execution from the main method. That too here after entering into the class will have the public static void main method. Because why we are saying this as a method, it is accepting the parameter as an argument. Okay, and it is returning the nothing because it is the return type is void. So now in this main method, just I am trying to print it out hello world keyword. Like how system.out.println hello world. And then close this main method, close this upper class. Okay, means now here the file name must be same as the class name. This is the class name, right? When we save this file, that name should be same as the class name. Okay, and we have to write this Java program, and this is a simple Java program. And now how we are going to run and execute that Java program. Before that, I'll explain you what are the keywords that they have been used to write any Java code. Okay. First, public. Public means what? It can be called from anywhere. Public keyword, here we are using the public keyword, right? Here means this class or this main method can be called from anywhere in the program. Okay. If you write the public, then the access will be given to everyone. Okay. And then static. No object is required. Means whenever if you define any static method, then no need to create an object for that. Okay. Without creating an object, we can able to use the method. This is the one special feature of the static keyword. Okay. And then void. Void means what? It doesn't return any value. It is not returning the any value. And next the main method. Main method means what? It is the main method of the function. Means the name of the function is the, or the method is the main method. And string aux. String aux means what? Here string is a data type and aux is a variable's name. Now this string aux will accept the command line arguments, and that too of type string array. Okay, it is accepting the command line arguments. Okay, of type string array. Now, how we are going to compile and run the Java program? To compile any Java program, we are going to use this javac hello world dot java. Okay, now to compile anything, we are going to write the javac hello world dot java. Hello world means it is a class name. So how we are going to compile is javac class name dot java. This is the way how we are going to compile that. Next, how we are going to run this Java program. Just Java and the file name Java hello world. Okay, this is why how we can able to compile and run the Java program. Okay, just a minute. I'll be back in 1 minute. Okay, now up to now, is it clear till now? Like what is Java, what how we are going to run, what's the history of that, where we are going to use how many types and everything, so that we'll next go to the OOPS concept. Okay, if you're clear with this, we'll go with the OOPS. Any doubts till now? Anyone, any doubts? You're okay, just say no, can proceed from here. Okay, thank you, Ati, for confirming me. Now, what are the concepts of OOPS? Okay, OOPS means what? First, it's a object-oriented programming language, right? Now, what are the concepts that are going to cover in this OOPS means? These are the 6 concepts. It's a very, very, very important thing. You need to be very clear because the complete Java is depend on these 6 only. Okay. Any interview will ask on this, and you have to develop any application as a Java developer based on this only. So everything as a Java, it should be based on this only to develop any type of application. Either it may be standalone, enterprise, or mobile. Anything depends on this only. Okay. Now let us start with this concepts of OOPS. First, object. Okay. What are the concepts of OOPS? Object and class, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. These are the major 6 concepts of OOPS. First, what is mean by object? Object means, just I'll give a brief introduction. Okay, further we'll have the so many topics on this, all this. Okay, object means it is an instance of a class, and it is a real-time or physical entity which exists. This is the technical definition I have explained. Now I'll explain you in normal words. Object is nothing but based on that only we can use, or we can how we can know that how to use that class members. Means, for example, take here an example, a book. Book is a class, for example. And now a pen or pencil. Those two are objects. Take, for example, pen as an object. So with the help of pen, we can able to write on book, right? Without having any pen or pencil, can we able to write that on any book? No, right? So here class is a book, object is a pen. Okay? Object means a physical entity which takes a place. Definitely, without the object, there is no use of any class. Okay, that is the dependency between the class and object. This is a real-time and basic example I have explained you. Okay, and I can take one more also, a car. Car is a class, and engine. Engine will be there, right? For every car, engine is an object. Without the engine, can we run any car? No, right? The same way here. Without the object, there is no use of any class. That is a communication or dependency between the class and object. Encapsulation. Encapsulation is nothing but, the first I'll explain you what's the technical terminology for that. Encapsulation means just binding a data together into a single unit. Okay, binding the data together into a single unit means, now means class we are having the, in what are the members we are going to binding means, normally in class what are the topics we'll have the data variables and data methods. Variables means like int a, int b, those type. Methods means like into some in some method, add method, show method, anything. Okay, so methods and variables we are writing inside any class, not outside the class, right? So we are writing the data variables and methods inside the class together. We call it as encapsulation. Class is the best example for the encapsulation. Okay, now inheritance. Inheritance means nothing but acquiring the base class properties by the child class. Means, this is a technical term. Now, my father is having the habit of reading the newspaper. Actually, he is habited of reading the newspaper daily in the morning. Now, I am his daughter, right? So, I'll also get the habit from him that my father is reading the newspaper, so I'll also start reading. Automatically, it will come for me because it's a genetic. Like his habits will come to me. I'm his daughter, right? The same way, inheritance means using the parent class properties by the child class. Okay, like we get inheriting the habits of our father by the child, right? The same way, using the properties of any parent class by the child class is known as inheritance. Okay, Polymorphism. Polymorphism means what? Polymorphism. The word here is represent many forms. Poly means many, morphism means forms. Many forms. We can use any method in many forms. This polymorphism is again categorized into the two types. That is method overloading, method overriding. We can also say this method overloading as static polymorphism, method overriding as dynamic polymorphism. Okay. Remember all this. Okay. Anyhow, later also I'll explain you all these things. No worries. But till now, what I'm saying, just remember that. Now, this static and dynamic polymorphism means what? Static polymorphism means we're having the same method name. Okay. Method name means how means I'll write here. What happened? Okay. Method means what? Means int sum int a comma int b. This is one method. Okay. Now I'm having one more method with the same name. See, method overloading or static polymorphism means we'll have the same method name with the same name, but here the number of arguments will be the different number or different data type. We can have like this also. If you want to, the difference should be the number of arguments or the different data types of the arguments. And that too, these two methods should be in the same class. Remember this, okay? These two methods should exist in same class. Okay, this is about this method overloading. We'll having the same method name with different number or different type of arguments, and these methods should exist in same class. That is called static polymorphism. Now, I'm having class demo extends example. This is the child class. Child class means what? This class is extending the example class. I told you, right? Inheritance, acquiring the base class. This is the base class. Now this is a child class because of this keyword called extends. Now, if I write here, and I can write here the same word like this one, int sum, int a comma, int b. If you try to access how we can able, this is called the dynamic polymorphism. Means we'll hang the same method name with same number of arguments and different same type, but these methods should exist in different classes. If we call this sum method with the object of this demo class, then this method will get called. If you call this sum method with the object of this example class, then this sum method will get called. Okay. This is the way how we are going to call the methods in the dynamic polymorphism. Okay, this is about this polymorphism, static and dynamic. Okay, let's remove this. Now, abstraction. Abstraction is nothing but hiding the data. Hiding means what? Just it will give you the basic overview, like I'll tell you one real-time example for this abstraction instead of that technical terminology. First, we all know, right? We'll use the mobile phones. In mobile phones, if you try to dial any number and we are calling that to the other person, now we can able to know that this phone call option which we are able to see on our mobile is, if you try to hit the number and if you try to click on the call button, we can able to connect with the other person, we can able to speak with them. You all know all these things. Means the functionality we all know. Means the phone call will do the connecting of other people and we can able to speak them with that. But we all don't know the actual implementation of that phone call. Means how it is going to connect to that other person through the mobile number. right? This is a best example for the abstraction means knowing the functionality but hiding the implementation to the user. Knowing the functionality by the user but hiding the implementation by the user is known as abstraction. Okay, is it clear? Now we'll go with the advantages and disadvantages of Java. Advantages means what? The main benefits of this, right? So it is a very simple language. Java is a very simple language that becomes one advantage. And Java is a robust programming language. Why it is a robust programming language? Robust means what? First, a strong. Okay, strong programming language, because the memory management is very good in Java. Okay, and that is why it is very good in Java also. I'll explain you that. Okay, and Java is first language where we are going to write and execute the code on the web, right? In which we can able to execute the code on the web. And Java is a Aura. Aura means what? Write once, run anywhere. Means if you try to write any Java code in Windows system, and if we generate the .class file in that system, then we can take that .class file and we can able to run on many systems like Windows, Mac, anything we can able to run. Okay, so it is having a unique feature called write once, run anywhere. And Java multi-threading is that we need not provide memory to every running thread. I told you, right, the one more advantage or feature of this Java is multi-threading. Like no need to give the special memory to every thread, just only one total process is enough to take the memory, and that will intercommunicate each other. Okay, this is what the main advantages. And the disadvantages is the slow performance. How it is the becoming a slow performance means, I already explained you Java is an interpreted language, means it is executing the code line by line. So as it needs to interpret during the runtime, means it needs to interpret the code line by line, which allows to run on every operating system. If I execute that .class file in Windows also, again I need to execute that in the execution, not about the writing. Okay, I need to execute that in the Mac or Linux or anything. So it is a bit slow performance. And as JVM, normally Java means what? It is a JVM. JVM should be installed on our system. JVM means what? Java virtual machine. As this all the Java programs consumes more memory. Why it is consuming the more memory means this Java is running on the virtual machine, JVM. Java is working on the work based on the Java virtual machine only. So it takes the more memory and no control over garbage collection. I already told you memory management is good in Java, right? Because of this garbage collection. Garbage collection means what? The automatic deletion of the memory or any objects will be taken care by the garbage collection. And if it is on the developer's hand, then they can able to control, yeah, this object should be deleted or not. That will be decided by the programmer. But Java doesn't allows any developer to take control on the garbage collection. So Java will automatically do the garbage collection and cannot be controlled by the programmer. So it is also a small disadvantage. Okay. These are what about this advantages and disadvantages of this Java. Okay. Anyone, any questions?